I'm only hosting 2 retreats this year, so I'm going to make them extra special. Join me in Spain in July 19th through the 24th for Wild Remembrance, yoga and holotropic breathwork. It'll be a powerful inner exploration. Or in November in Thailand, and we'll be exploring the Buddha's heart practices. There'll be temple visits, yoga, meditation, and some cultural excursions. So if you're interested in either of those, then head to the link in the description and let's practice live. Good morning and welcome to your practice. Today, just going to move and breathe. No pressure. Sometimes we can also easily put pressure on ourselves. It needs to be this way or that way, good and bad. It's a natural thing that we do, but let's try to practice, to practice just letting ourselves be with our bodies the way that it is, the way that we are, whatever day it is, because we're always showing up in a different body. The practice is always looking a little bit different. Everything is impermanent. So we're always shifting. So just staying curious and seeing what arises. I love this mantra. This is what it is right now. It works all the time. This is what it is right now. It just reminds us to just be with what is, because when we are at war with what is, that resistance, it can cause a lot of unnecessary pain. And life comes with enough of that. So this is what it is right now. Be in your body, be in your practice, be with your breath, and let's see what unfolds. Let's begin in child's pose. I'm in beautiful, beautiful Bali, by the way. These gorgeous marigolds were just on the ground, so I brought them with me to practice. They match me. Child's pose. Find your way. You can bring the hands down. You can turn them up. I like this feeling of prostration with the palms up, this gesture of surrender, of acceptance, of allowance, whatever resonates with you. Let that be, let that in. Maybe it's a giving over. Maybe giving over what you think this practice needs to look or be like, and just let it be as it is. I'm just moving and breathing, no pressure. I'm just giving suggestions. You do not have to do what I say. See what your body needs, what it wants. Begin to move your breath into the side ribs. So feeling to the left and the right of you. Get wider on an inhale, natural widening, lift. And then with an exhale, a natural descension. Again. Same in the back body. Now bring it to the back of the heart, in between the scapula. Also the kidney band, so breathing the back body. And then bring the palms down if they're not already. And the next inhale, inflate the back body up. Puff up the back heart. And it's going to inflate so much that you begin to roll forward. And then soften the elbows. Let the heart come through the shoulders just slightly. And then press into the hands as you come back. So you're rounding on an inhale, puffing forward as if there's a big balloon puffing you up. And then soften the elbows. The heart pulls through the shoulders. You get long in the heart. And then press through the hands, hips, go back to the heels. A couple times like this with your breath. Just a natural inflation, ascension on an inhale. And then a descension of coming back down on an exhale. All right, next time you roll forward, the right arm reaches out and the left leg reaches out. And just let them float up, no alignment, and then let them fall back down as the hips go back to the heels. Again, chin to chest, round forward. This time, left arm, right leg, and bring it back down. Twice more each side. So let the lines be a little bit blurred. Let the edges soften. Feel free to color outside of your lines here. And notice if you have a tendency to always color inside the lines, how that might feel uncomfortable. Once more onto the left side. Left arm, right leg lifts, or whatever your other side is. And let it drape back down. Inhale, chin to chest round as you come forward and walk the hands towards the top of the mat. And we're gonna roll down slowly towards the mat. So first, let's get diagonal in the body. Soften the elbows and pull the heart center through. Lift as if you could pull up on the front sheath of the body. Soften the elbows and let the hips drip down. The pelvis drips down as the elbows bend. So we're coming down through cobra backwards. Beautiful. Right arm comes out, left leg lifts, and then push into the left hand. Get a big shoulder stretch here, pec stretch. So your choice may be cactusing the right arm. Maybe it stays long. See what feels juicy in your body. And breathe. Notice if the breath is shallow, if it's long, if it's free or constricted. Often the work is not to judge it, just to observe it. And then next exhale, heart rolls back down and switch sides. Left arm comes out. You're just rotating to the other side here. Steady breath. Continuing to feel that like 360-degree inflation on an inhale. And then coming back on an exhale. One more, inhale. And release. Heart comes back down to the earth. Hands slide down, press up and back. Downward facing dog. So first, downward dog, really pressing into the hands. Bend the knees deeply and then wag the tail here. So like we do organic cat-cow, do it in downward dog. So maybe bring the feet and the hands as wide as the mat, make it a little bit shorter. And roll the hips. Wag the tail side to side, maybe coming through plank pose. Let's walk towards the top of the mat and keep the feet wide and walk slow. And we're gonna come into malasana squat, but we'll do a little vinyasa with it. So we'll kind of come up and down. So toes out a little bit. I'll move to the side. Toes out a little bit, heels in. Sink the hips down. So you can kind of have a little squat here. So this will be an inhale, the heart lifts up. And then an exhale, the hips lift. So really press into the feet, lift the hips. Toes can turn forward as you forward fold. So you can move as quick or as slow as you'd like, or maybe you move with breath. But on an inhale, the toes come back and the hips sink down. You choose how far. And then press into the feet to lift the hips as the head pours out, fold forward. Move like you. Move with your breath. Twice more. And we meet in forward fold. Maybe grab opposite elbows and sway. Just find little nooks and crannies in the body that feel good and maybe stay there for just a moment. You're just getting curious about what body you're in today. All right, left knee bends, right hand comes down to the ground, and you'll slowly peel right arm up. Big opening. And then to exhale, pour forward. Let's do that on the other side. Right hand plants, right knee bends, press down. Lift, open, gaze follows. And exhale down. Let's do that again. Inhale, left arm plants, right arm reaches up. A little bit different now. Right arm is going to swoop underneath the left arm. And let's take eagle arms. Bend the knees really deeply, and we're gonna come into an eagle arm cat-cow. So press into the feet and come up, and the hips go back. So you can move like you here. Maybe there's an undulation of the spine. Maybe the arms are totally wrapped, or maybe you're grabbing opposite shoulders. It's like that cat-cow in the spine, though. Find your rhythm, and then fold all the way down. This time the right hand plants. Left arm lifts up. And then exhale, swoops underneath the left arm. Swoops underneath the right arm. Bend the knees deep. Cat-cow with eagle arms. Really use the power of the feet. That's what's initiating this movement. And then we switch it up a little bit this time. The inhale is going to be cactus the arms. So inhale, come all the way up. Cactus the arms. Suction through the palms just slightly, like you're drinking up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Tadasana, find your feet. Notice 4 points of each foot. Soft bend in the knees and maybe a little bit of buoyancy so you can feel that rebound and that reciprocity with the earth. Slowly release the hands down. Let's take just a few heel drops just to get in the body. So lift the heels. With an exhale, drop them and a little bit of a sound. Just to really land in the body, land in the moment. Twice more. And find stillness and just notice for a moment, just after a bit. That can be a really grounding thing. A really easy tool to take off the mat. All right, hands together. And let's move and breathe. A few sun salutations here. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, find the earth. Maybe you pour forward, maybe you roll forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands, step back with the right foot and slowly drip the right knee down. And as it plants, press through the left foot and lift the arms up. Maybe they just kind of glide up or melt, like an upward melt, and then they find the earth. Step back, downward dog. Lift the heels and let that heel lift wave through the body as you come forward into plank pose. And your choice, you can come all the way down into the belly, or Ashtangasana's knees, chest, chin. I like this. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Your choice. Inhale is low cobra or high cobra, your choice. And then exhale is downward facing dog. It doesn't matter how you get there. You're just moving and breathing. Full round of breath. And exhale. All right. Let's step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold out. Bend the knees, press through the feet as you come up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go on the other side. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, pour forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, big step back with the left foot. The back knee plants, and as it does, shift the push into the front foot as you lift up. So there's a little bit of a rebound. Open Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands plant, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels and let that lift kind of wave through the body as it shifts you forward, and your choice, find the earth. Exhale. Inhale, heart shines open, however you'd like to shine it. And downward facing dog. Full round of breath. Your own way, come to the top of the mat. You can jump, you can step slowly, your choice. And inhale, halfway lift. Puff up the back of the heart and lengthen, find space. Fold forward. Once more each side. We're just landing in the body that we have today. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, find the earth, humble yourself forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, right foot steps back, left, right knee plants. And inhale, lift, one breath. Color outside the lines here. Hands plant, downward dog. Inhale, wave forward. Maybe try a different version here. And exhale, find the earth. Maybe the hands come behind the back. Inhale, lift. And exhale, downward facing dog. What do you do when you don't do the thing you always do? Look forward. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold out. Soft bend in the knees, rise up. And exhale, all the way back down. Come all the way back into it. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, big step back, left foot, and the back knee plants. As it does, lift up on 𝙛𝙖𝙫𝙬𝙀. And hands sprinkle down, downward facing dog. Heels lift and let that wave through the body. And exhale, find the earth. Inhale, high-low cobra, maybe upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full round of breath. And then find your way, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Breath still initiating the movement. Exhale, fold it down. Bend in the knees, press and lift. And exhale, hands to heart center. Close the eyes down. Feel your feet. Feel your breath. Soft bend in the knees. All four corners of the feet pressing down. And then lifting through the back of the neck and the crown of the head. Making space for the breath to flow through. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, pour forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Separate the feet a little bit. Toes go out, heels go in, and sit back, Malasana squat. Inhale, twice like this. Exhale, fold forward, 3 times, I mean. Inhale, Malasana. Exhale, fold forward. Once more. Inhale, Malasana. This time, stay here for a moment. Elbows into the thighs, thighs pressing back into the elbows. Right hand plants down outside the right foot. So maybe lean forward, shoulder goes forward, plants. And then from this place, twist open and peel open. Big breath. Maybe the hand goes to the knee, kind of press away as an option. You could take a bind behind the back. And release, forward fold. Inhale, heart comes forward and up, Malasana squat. Let's do it on the other side. Shift forward, left shoulder. Plant the hand. And then press and lift, open, right side body. Your choice. Where do you like to be? Bind. Maybe the right hand behind the head. Different options. And slowly release. Let's fold it out. Forward fold. Press down to lift the hips up. And then let's find the mat. Come all the way down onto the mat. Let's bring the legs wide. A wide leg. Forward fold. So toes are coming up. You don't have to go as wide as you think. Maybe close, come together a little bit more. Think about an external rotation with the tops of the thighs just slightly, and then pour forward. You don't need to come forward that far either. You're just feeling what you feel, allowing yourself to feel what you feel. You could find a bolster or a block, or maybe just the head and the hands, and breathe. Maybe some sighing, hum. Helping to settle the nervous system. And slowly coming up. Bringing the legs in, Sukhasana, good space pose. Sukha, 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 good space. And just take a few rounds of breath together. Maybe the palms are up. Gesture of receiving, kind of like we began. Of acceptance, of receiving, of just being with the moment as it is, being with ourselves as it is, because this is what it is right now. Thank yourself for showing up for you, carving out this space. Just move and breathe medicine. Hands together, thumbs at the third eye. Big inhale. And then pour forward in thanks, in gratitude. Thank you all so much for joining me from beautiful Bali. Retreat just finished here, but I look forward to coming back. I'm planning the Bali Mindfulish School teacher training, which will be happening in January and February 2024. So listen up for that. We'll be having another retreat before or after that as well, because it's really, really quite something. Would love to explore with you here. And until then, I will see you on your mat.